Hello everyone, I hope every one of you are doing good and I'm back today with another interesting video on Class 10 Max Sets Part 2. In the previous video we have discussed about what are sets, what are the different types of sets and the different methods of representing a set. Let us have a quick recap. What are sets? We have learned sets are nothing but well-defined collection of objects we tell it as sets. Okay, these are sets. Now what are the two methods of representing sets? The two methods of representing sets are roster form method, which we call it as tabular form method, and the second one is set builder form. The second one is set builder form. Next, we have even seen the different types of sets. We have seen empty set, we have seen finite and infinite sets, then we have even seen equal sets, we have seen subset and supersets, and then also we have seen the singleton set and universal set. In today's video, we shall learn about another interesting topic, Venn diagrams. Before that, we know we have examined sets using set notation. There are a few conventions that were used with sets. Let us see what were those conventions. The conventions were we used capital letters to denote a set. Secondly, we used lowercase letters to denote elements of sets. And thirdly, we used the curly braces to jot down the elements in a set. In a similar fashion, today we shall learn about Venn diagrams. Okay? We shall learn about Venn diagrams. Now, what are Venn diagrams? See, look, Venn diagrams are another way to look at sets. Okay? These are another way to look at sets. It is not theoretically, it's just pictorial. Okay? It is a visual set tool. Venn diagram is nothing but your visual tool, and that visual tool is called your Venn diagram. And this Venn diagram was first developed by John Venn in the year 1880s. And in Venn diagram, you can see as per the definition, sets are represented using shapes. Sets are represented usually using shapes that are circles or ovals, and the elements in that sets are labeled within the circle. So now let us look how Venn diagram looks like. So this is how a Venn diagram looks like. The rectangle is called the universal set, and we have two circles inside a universal set labeled X and Y. These are two different types of sets. Now moving forward, let us look after an example and look and see how Venn diagrams are usually created. For example, you are given R. Condition is it has counting numbers which are less than 6, and you are asked to draw and label a Venn diagram to represent this set R and indicate all the elements in that set. ध्यान से सुनो, we need to draw a Venn diagram where we need to represent the set R and we need to indicate all the elements. तो चलो शुरू हो जाते हैं. For a Venn diagram, the first thing to do is we need to draw a circle or an oval. Drawn, check. Next, we need to label this circle. We labeled it as R because we have given a set R. Next thing to do is we need to put all the elements in this R. Now how do we know what elements to be put in R? There is a condition given that this set R is containing counting numbers which are less than 6. Counting numbers less than 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these 4 elements will be mentioned inside this. So let's mention 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is how Venn diagrams are represented. And how do we notate this? What is the notation? How do we notate this? Yes. Counting numbers less than 6. This is how we this is how we notate the Venn diagram. I hope you guys are clear with the Venn diagrams. Now let's move forward and see about the set operations. So there are usually four types of set operations. The first type of set is intersection of sets. Second, you have union of sets. Third is difference of sets, and fourth is complement of sets. In today's video, we shall learn about intersection and union of sets using Venn diagrams. In the next video, we shall study in detail about difference of sets and in complement of sets. So let's get started. First one is your intersection of sets. First one is your intersection of sets. Now what do you tell intersection of sets? Intersection of sets are nothing but suppose you have two sets. You have two sets, this is x and this is y. There are two sets and x and y have all the elements in this. So the elements which are common to both the sets are called your intersection of sets. Now look in the above figure. You have x and y. X is containing elements 1, 5, 6, 4, 2 and 9, and y is containing elements 7, 3, 10, 8, 2 and 9. So these are the elements which the set is x and y sets are containing. Now intersection, I told you elements that are common to both the sets, and both the sets, if you observe, 2 and 9 are common. So this is called the intersection of sets. And how it is denoted? Intersection of sets is usually denoted by the symbol and x intersection of y, or you take it as a intersection of b, as I have mentioned here, a and b. So a intersection of b will be 2, 9. So let us look after another example. There are two students. Okay? There are two students listed and they have listed their favorite subjects. See, V is one student and S is one student. V student का favorite subjects है science, maths and English, और S student का favorite subjects है Hindi, maths and social. Now you need to find the intersection between V and S. V intersection of S. How do you find out? Yes, using Venn diagram. So this is how it looks like. See, we have drawn a circle. This is V, this is S. We have drawn two sets. Okay, we have drawn circles to represent V set and S set. We have drawn two circles and we have labeled it as V and S, and we have mentioned the elements in both the sets within the circle. So we see that science, maths, English are common. We have mentioned science, English and maths. S के लिए Hindi, maths and social are common, are elements. We have mentioned Hindi, social and maths. Now when you keenly observe the elements present in V and S, you notice that maths is the only subject which are common to both the sets. So we write V intersection of S as V intersection of S as maths. So this is how intersection of two sets work. Next, try this one. There is given P is a set containing elements 2, 4, 6 and 8, and A is a set which is containing 1, 3, 5 and 7. Now you need to find what is P intersection of A. Try this one. Let me give you a minute. सोचो सोचो, जल्दी जल्दी सोचो भाई, क्या होगा इसका? P intersection of A क्या होगा? एलिमेंट्स देखो, कॉमन एलिमेंट्स क्या है, बताओ जल्दी. Mention in the comment box if you find the elements which are common in both the sets. Yes, chalo. Let me discuss. When you represent these two sets in the form of a Venn diagram, using a Venn diagram, you see that P is one set and A is one set. But if you notice the elements, there are no elements common in both the sets. There are no elements common in both the sets. P set has been drawn separately and A set has been drawn separately, and the elements are listed inside the sets separately. When you observe P 2, 4, 6 and 8, and A set has an elements 1, 3, 5 and 7. So what will be your P intersection of A? It will be null. P intersection of A will be null because they don't have any elements in common. And this type of sets are called disjoint sets. Disjoint sets are those sets which doesn't have any element in common are called as disjoint sets. Okay, clear? This is what is called disjoint sets. We have seen intersection of sets, we have seen disjoint of sets. There is another topic in intersection of sets, that is intersection of one set contained within another. Previously we saw two sets intersection of two sets. Then we have seen separate sets, intersection of two separate sets, which is null as they have no common elements. Now what is intersection of one set contained within another set? देखें, are you excited? चलो देखेंगे. So this is how intersection of one set contained within another set looks like. This is your universal set. Okay, U is your universal set where you have and C has an element E, R and A. It has three elements. C is a set which has elements E, R and A, whereas D has elements F, S, T and I. Then you tell me what is the intersection this C and D. C and D का intersection क्या होगा? सोचो सोचो, use your brain, थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ, जल्दी जल्दी दिमाग को दौड़ाओ. Yes, when you notice something over here, you can see that here your C is subset of D as it is contained in one another. ठीक है, C is contained within the set D. So C is subset of क्या होगा? C is subset of D. ठीक है, and all the elements that are in C that are also in D. ठीक है, so intersection of this will be क्या होगा? So intersection of this will be, बताओ यार जल्दी. It will be A, R, E. ठीक है, intersection of C and D will be A, R, E, which is equal to the set C. Okay, so this is how we we show the intersection of one set contained within another set. Okay, so the procedure for drawing the intersection of one set contained within another is very simple. There are only few steps and it is that easy to draw the Venn diagrams. Okay, so what you need to do, usually you need to draw one circle within another circle, then write down the elements in the inner circle first, then write down the remaining elements in the outer circle, and बन गया हमारा intersection of one set contained within another set. ठीक है, I guess you guys are clear with intersection of sets. ठीक है, नाउ आगे बढ़ते हैं, वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट यूनियन ऑफ सेट्स। अब यूनियन ऑफ सेट्स क्या है? इंटरसेक्शन तो हमने देख लिया, ओके, वेन डायग्राम देख लिया। वेन डायग्राम्स हमें पता है कि दे रिप्रेजेंट रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन सेट्स, ठीक है। तो अब यूनियन में हाउ वी यूज वेन डायग्राम्स, लेट अस सी, ठीक है। सो हियर वी हैव एग्जांपल, ध्यान से देखना, वी हैव एन एग्जांपल which where we have three sets A, B and C. When you see A has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. B has 2, 4, 6, 8. C has 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. The question is, what is A union of B and A union B union C? ठीक है, A union B क्या है, A union B union C क्या है? When you observe things, you notice that A union of B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I repeated, A union B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. What do you notice? देखो, A में elements में notice A elements and B elements 2 and 4 are repeated twice in both the sets, are common in both the sets. So we write it single time, and whatever the elements are present in A and B, we unite them. That is, we combine all the elements and write it under a single set. That is called union. Union means reunite. ठीक है, मेल मिलाप. ओके, सो A और B यूनियन को हम जब मिलाते हैं तो the set formed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. 2 and 4 are common numbers, elements, so we have mentioned it only once. Okay, we have mentioned only once. Now let us look at A union B union C. अब हम इन तीनों का यूनियन देखेंगे. So when you observe keenly, you get a set thus: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. अब इसका मतलब क्या है? 2 and 4 ऑलरेडी पहले से ही कॉमन है, एंड A and C में 3 is common, 5 is common. ठीक है, so we write it down a single time. क्या हमारा? With this example, what do you define union as? So a union of two sets or three sets A, B, C or A, B is nothing but set of elements which are in A, B, C or in both. ठीक है, is defined as union of sets. मतलब जो elements A में भी है, B में भी है, C में भी है और तीनों A, B, C में भी है, सबको मिला के we combine them and write it as one set. It is called as union and it is denoted by the symbol U. अब A union B is read as A union of B. ठीक है? Now when we move forward, try this one. You guys try this one. क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट इज द यूनियन ऑफ P एंड C? ठीक है, दिया गया है if P is down and C is load, what is the union of P and C? जल्दी जल्दी सोचो. and C is D, O, W, N, L, A. Now what do you observe? What did you observe? You observed that the elements in P and C, the elements present in P and C set, P और C के set में जो भी जितने भी elements हैं, when you observe those elements, you see that D and O are repeated twice. They are common in both the sets. So we need not write it again. एक बार लिख दिया हो गया, छोड़ो, खत्म कहानी, उतना ही. ठीक है, we wrote D, O, W, N, L and A. D is twice and O is twice. We wrote it as single time. एक ही बार मेंशन किया है सेट के अंदर, and whatever the remaining elements present in P and C set, we have jotted down those and mentioned and listed them inside a set. Now when you want to draw the Venn diagram for the same set P and C, how do you do? This is your P set, sorry, this is your P set and this is your C set. How do you do? P में जितने भी elements have we have mentioned in the circle. C में जितने भी हैं we have listed in the circle. You see that D and O are common. As D and O are common, union of P and C is D O W N L A. हमें खाली ये सेट नहीं कंसिडर करना है which is common, हमें उसको ही बस नहीं कंसिडर करना है. We need to consider even the elements present in P and L. ठीक है, जो P elements L में elements है, हमें ये दोनों this and this इसके साथ कंसिडर करना है. ठीक है, all the three are considered as union. If we only consider D and O, तो फिर तो ये union नहीं, it will become intersection. ठीक है, intersection is nothing but elements which are common in both the sets, उसको बोलते हैं intersection. And union को elements in both the sets, common in both the sets along with the individual elements in those sets form the union. So I hope you guys are clear with this example more about union. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now your turn. ठीक है, this is a Venn diagram given. इसमें two sets है P and Q. You need to find the union of P and Q. ठीक है, union of P and Q. Find out the union of P and Q. See, U counting numbers. ठीक है, we'll take this U universal set as counting numbers. ठीक है, and if we take this P set, ठीक है, we take this P, if we consider this set as multiple of 3 less than 20. ध्यान से सुनना, if we consider this P as multiple of 3 less than 20, and this Q set, if we consider this as even numbers, ठीक है, even numbers less than 20, and we are told to draw and label a Venn diagram to show the union between P and Q. How do you do? Yeah, mention P में what elements will be put? Obviously multiple of 3 which are less than 20. Multiple of 3 which are less than 20 क्या हो गया? 3, 9 and 15. And Q में क्या हो गया? Q में even numbers less than 20, 2, 4, 8, 16, 14, 10, 6, 18, 12. और 3 में P में 3, 15, 19, 18, 6 and 12. So this all numbers are less than 20. So this is one set, this is one set, and these are common elements in both the sets. मगर हमें intersection तो नहीं ढूंढना है, हमें union ढूंढना है. अगर intersection होता, that find P intersection of Q, then easily you would have written 18, 6 and 12. मगर इधर union P union of Q दिया गया है. So what do you write? P union of Q will be written as 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18. So all the elements, almost all the elements go in both these sets. ठीक है, we will take it as P union of Q. I hope you guys are clear. आगे बढ़ते हैं. In the same way how we have looked after that one set contained within another for intersection, in the same way we have even for union. When you see this, here also x and y, okay, x and y, there are two sets containing elements. Ab, if you think u, your universal u is some natural number, and your x is containing numbers, elements 1, 6 and 9. Sorry, y is containing 1, 6 and 9, and your x is containing 1, 3, 5, 8, 9 and 6. Okay? Now you are asked to draw and label a Venn diagram that shows the union between x and u. x and y, sorry. x and y के बीच में you need to find the union. कैसे बताओगे union? जल्दी जल्दी बता दो. Analyze it. See, when you analyze, you observe that your y is subset of this x because it contains the element which are present in x. ठीक है? We know x में elements are 1, 3, 5, 6, 8 and 9. The same elements 1, 6 and 9 are present in y. ठीक है? x में जो elements हैं, they are common in y. So you can tell y is subset of x. ठीक है? And when we tell about 10, 2, 7 and 4 which are in universal sets, we know that we have a condition where the values of your universal set is natural number and which are less than equal to 10. इसलिए we have mentioned the remaining elements in universal sets. ठीक है? And when you find the union of x and y, what do you get? Analyze it soon. You get it 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. This is what you'll get. So this union of x and y, this elements present in x union of y is same or equal to the elements or to the set x. x में देखो, y we told it has 1, 9, 6 and x contains element 1, 3, 5, 6, 8 and 9. So aren't they equal? X is equal to x union of y. ठीक है? I hope you guys are clear with even union of one set contained within another. ठीक है? One set contained within another. Next, in the same fashion, we have even disjoint sets for union sets. Now let us consider that U here is your universal set. This is your Venn diagram to show disjoint set. A, B are two sets. A set may we have dogs and B set may we have cats, and U is your universal set. If we take as set, universal set as animals, okay? And A, if we consider that A has 20 dogs and B has 10 cats, and you are asked to draw and label a Venn diagram to show A union of B, A union of B, how do you do? Simple है. A union of B is, you'll get 20 dogs, 10 cats. ठीक है? You'll get 20 dogs, 10 cats. So this is how you'll get union of A and B. Now you might get a question that हम जब intersection of two sets in disjoint sets का बात कर रहे थे, then you told that that the set will get A intersection of B. A intersection of B will become null set. Then how come here you get A union of B as 20 dogs and 20 cats? देखो, here in intersection of sets we as per the definition we know common elements जो होते हैं उनको हम intersection of sets कहते हैं. So as A and B were two disjoint sets but there were no common elements, A intersection of B का value null हो गया उधर. Whereas if you consider this example of disjoint sets in union sets, you see as A and B are two separate sets, they don't have anything in common, but union is nothing but combining two sets. ठीक है, whatever the elements present in A and B, we need to combine those sets, unite those sets. So when you do the union of A and B, इधर हमारा set doesn't get null, it doesn't get 0, it null नहीं होगा, but you will get 20 dogs and 10 cats as the union of A and B. Okay, set of union of A and B. I hope you guys are clear with union of sets and intersection of sets. You're clear with Venn diagrams. Okay, how Venn diagrams are used in union and intersection of sets. Okay, till then keep watching, keep learning. कुछ भी doubt हो, and if you are interested and excited to solve more questions, practice questions, please mention in the comment box that you need a separate videos on problems on union and intersection of sets. It will be provided. Till then keep watching, keep learning.